It's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Just trying to open this up here. There's a couple of him, which I'll show you as we go along.
Tell me a bit about
So,
the photo.
yeah, Brian Barnard, a very, very dear friend of mine, came into the LPL in its second year. He was recognized as a wicketkeeper at the time. He got onto the field as a substitute fielder. He took a brilliant catch on the boundary, one that I'd never forget. He went on to play for Gauteng. Brian is very close to my heart and still remains close to my heart. As life would have it, he was a star. A bit of a party animal at that time of his life. And Brian was in an accident. And I got a call one morning, and we then went to go see Brian in hospital. And the doctors gave him absolutely no chance of recovery. They said, on the level of brain activity is far too low. We'll be happy if this man can lead anything that is a normal life. If it's a scale of 10, he was on 2. And they said there's no hope of brain recovery from there. They said, you're lucky if he walks. What kept the conversation going with his mother, Serena, when we went in, and I kept talking to him, despite the difficulty and despite the challenges he faced, I kept talking cricket to him. I kept being normal. So I kept asking him of his team, the Bank All-Stars, and saying, Brian, who are you going to keep? Which players are we going to retain? What's the batting lineup? Where are you going to bat in the side? And laying in that hospital bed, I'll never forget him saying, he said, Z, what's wrong with you? You know I'm going to bat at 3. That's my position, that's where I'll always bat. And that was natural to him. The minute you asked him, what's the batting lineup for the Bank All-Stars, he knew it at the tip of his tongue. He said, that's it. Why are you asking me these questions? He says, are you silly? You know I know the order. You know that that's what it's going to be. We're not going to change. And you looked at him and you're thinking, he doesn't even realize that his life might have been changed forever. Slowly but surely, a lot of people, his support structure around him starts helping him out, starts getting back into the nets, he starts walking again properly. Still not quite the Brian we know, but getting there. He then doesn't touch a single drop of alcohol for the rest of his life. He starts playing again. He does well in the LPL when it does come around. He then gets picked again for the provincial teams and is now living in New Zealand playing cricket full time. And that, from a man who was given no hope of recovery, has now gone on to live a normal life, and cricket has been that aspect that has brought him back to normality. That's priceless. Those are all professional cricketers playing in the various tournaments around the country. A couple of that do come to mind. One in particular would be that of Grant Mokoena. He was playing for the Bank All-Stars in the final against the Tigers. And there's a shot that I remember quite clearly in his bright yellow top with the red stripes at the back. And it's a very aggressive shot, and you see it. It looks like a West Indian man standing there wielding the willow. His team was under pressure, and there was a drop catch in that final. And Grant Mokoena and Richard Cameron, to what is now known as the 8-ball final, went on to hit the next 6 balls out of 8 for 6. The other one that also comes to my mind is that of a young boy in the first year of the LPL, a boy by the name of Adil Dawood. He played for the Hawks, and he's short. He's literally a kid of this high, half a meter tall. He had a medical condition, which is a heart deficiency, but he's got a heart of gold. And he played every single game for the Hawks and bowled magnificently well. He went on to become the Young Player of the Year for that particular year, and he won that award. But he was absolutely amazing, and he threw himself around. He bowled to senior provincial men, and he held his own. And the future was very bright for him, where he could have gone to. And you then see the picture of him holding the first ever LPL trophy, and you see the pride on his face. You see what it meant to him in that picture. And that was an important point. It gave us the belief that what we're doing brings joy to people's lives and creates the pathway, as I've mentioned to you before. Adil Dawood has since passed on due to his condition, but it's a memory that will forever remain in my mind, and I think to the minds of everybody else who saw him play.
Yeah, it's one shot, now the